John was about to leave the office, defeated and humiliated. I revealed the real reason behind my project. It was a software that would automate his job, making him redundant. The look on his face was priceless. As I sat at my desk, staring at the email on my computer screen, I felt a wave of anger wash over me. My boss, John Smith, had just humiliated me in front of the entire office, ridiculing me for a minor mistake I'd made on a project. I felt my face burning with shame and embarrassment as I read the scathing email, CC'd to the entire department. I took a deep breath and tried to calm down, but my mind was racing with thoughts of revenge. I'd been working hard for the company for 3 years, and this was how I was being treated? I felt undervalued and disrespected. As I stewed in my anger, an idea began to form. I'd show John Smith and the entire office what I was capable of. I'd plot a clever revenge, one that would leave them all surprised. I started by gathering information. I began to secretly document every mistake John made, every meeting he was late to, every project he failed to deliver on. I built a case against him, and soon I had a hefty file of evidence. Next, I started to subtly manipulate the office dynamics. I began to spread rumors not about John, but about the company's future plans. I hinted at layoffs, budget cuts, and restructuring. I made it seem like John was the one behind these decisions, and soon the entire office was whispering about his supposed role in the company's future. As the rumors spread, I watched as John's authority began to crumble. Colleagues started to turn against him, and he became increasingly isolated. I'd smile sweetly at him in meetings, and he'd squirm in his seat, unsure of what was happening. But I wasn't done yet. I'd been secretly working on a project of my own, one that would showcase my skills and talents. I'd developed an innovative solution to a problem the company had been struggling with, and I presented it to the CEO and the board of directors. The response was overwhelming. I was hailed as a hero, and my project was greenlit. John, on the other hand, was called to the CEO's office and given an ultimatum: shape up or ship out. As I sat at my desk, smiling sweetly at John as he walked by, I knew I'd got my revenge. I'd shown him and the entire office that I was a force to be reckoned with. I couldn't help but feel a sense of satisfaction as I watched John walk out of the office, his tail between his legs. It was a small victory, but it was mine. As the days went by, I continued to work on my project, fine-tuning it and making sure it was perfect. I presented it to the CEO and the board of directors, and they were impressed. They offered me a promotion, and I accepted. I was now John's superior, and I made sure to rub it in his face. I sat in meetings, smiling sweetly at him as he struggled to keep up. I made decisions, and he had to follow them. It was a sweet revenge, but as time went on, I realized that revenge wasn't as sweet as I thought it would be. I had become just like John, using my power to manipulate and control others. I realized that I had to make a change, and I did. I started to be a better leader, one that inspired and motivated my team. I worked hard, and I earned the respect of my colleagues. I proved to myself that I was capable of greatness, and that's all that mattered. The story of my revenge was a turning point in my life. It taught me the importance of hard work, determination, and kindness. It showed me that revenge may be sweet, but it's nothing compared to the satisfaction of being a good person. As I looked back on the story of my revenge, I couldn't help but smile. It was a chapter in my life that I was proud of, a reminder of what I was capable of, and as I moved forward, I knew that I would always be a force to be reckoned with. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.